Hey guys, it's Evan the Cat King here with another video. Today I'm doing a tier list on the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I saw that, my cousin Dale, Mr. FNAF Tanic, again, go check him out. He made a tier list on Five Nights at Freddy's games, and I decided, you know what, I want to do my own version, because I didn't agree with much on his tier list. So I thought I might as well do my own version of it. So I'm just gonna probably jump right into this, because with FNAF AR, I'm just gonna go down the line that we have here. We have Five Nights at Freddy's, FNAF AR. I haven't played FNAF AR. I'm not planning on playing FNAF AR. I don't care about FNAF AR. All I know about it is that it has, like, emails in it for, like, Vanny, for security breach, but, like, I don't think it has too much importance. I'm gonna put it at a C, because I don't want to put it at a D, being that I don't know much about the game. I just don't really know, how, I don't know if, I don't know much about the game. So yeah, that's just gonna be a C. FNAF VR Help Wanted, I'm gonna put it at an A. I might move it up to an S later on. Help Wanted was probably the most recent, that, like, just great Five Nights at Freddy's games. Because after VR we've got an AR and Security Breach, and both of those, in my opinion, were pretty disappointing. Help Wanted was a great game. It introduced Glitch Trap. And it had it was a good story going on, and I liked how it was probably the longest game of all the Five Nights at Freddy's games, for sure, because of how many, like, mini games. It was just so much more different, but also it really felt like Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, and I think that Five Nights at Freddy's really worked in a VR way, because, Five Nights at Freddy's was a game where you literally don't move. You're in a security office, and I thought it worked so well with VR. It was great. It was terrifying, and I love FNAF Help Wanted. I just wish that the follow-ups to it were a bit better, but that's just me nitpicking a bit. But anyways, FNAF Help Wanted gets an A tier. FNAF World, I'm putting at a B. I'm sure a lot of people might put it at a D, with especially Scott Cawthon, speaking that he literally disowned the game. I thought it was a fun little RPG type game. I thought it was silly and just goofy. I had fun playing it while I did play it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It was just stupid fun for me. Now, FNAF 2, I'm going S tier. FNAF 2 is one of, I think, might be the best Five Nights at Freddy's game ever made. I don't know, it's down to, for me, I'll get to what my top two in a little bit, but FNAF 2 is definitely my top two. I don't know if it's my favorite or second favorite game in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise, but it really just felt like FNAF 1, but more. That's exactly what it felt like, and I felt like it worked so well. It introduced so many new things that just expanded upon the story, expanded upon, like, just the elements of the game, like adding in the mask that you can wear, but, like, it felt, it was different enough from FNAF 1 to feel like its own game, but also connected enough to feel like they are still, like, connected. It was a great game. It's a pretty hard game, speaking that there are 10 animatronics in it. It's a bit difficult, but I think the difficult stuff, more difficult, possibly more better. FNAF Pizzeria Simulator. I don't know where to put this one. put it at A tier for me. Pizzeria Simulator, in my opinion, is one of the scariest games. I think the scariest is obviously FNAF 4 with all the Freddy Krueger animatronics, but I think for me, the second most scary one is either Help Wanted or Pizzeria Simulator. Pizzeria Simulator, the animatronics just look so... They just feel very just creepy looking. Plus, I think just the actual like part where you're trying to survive seems like it's just one of the hardest things possible, because there's not much that you can do about the animatronics. You don't have doors, you don't have like... I felt as if there wasn't much you could really do to fend them off, which is... But I thought it was a great... And plus, the conclusion to the game with Henry setting everything on fire and killing everybody, that was... It had the best ending. If only they had ended the series here and then Ultimate Custom Night. I would have loved it if it was Pizzeria Simulator and then Ultimate Custom Night, and then that was it. But I am happy they did Help Wanted. I would have loved it if I would have also loved it if VR Help Wanted maybe just didn't include any story and was just kind of like giving you a bunch of FNAF minigames to goof off with. But it gave us lore, it gave us new things to be excited about. But yeah. Now, Sister Location for me is an easy S tier. I don't know if I like it more or less than FNAF 2. They're very even for me. I love Sister Location. It was the first one that like just truly had a lot of different elements to it. You were constantly doing something different each night. It was like with the crawling through vents. I thought that the story was pretty good, and oh my, like it was so scary as well. I liked how, like, each night, except for, like, the first night, because had its, like, own type of, kind of, like, Five Nights at Freddy's thing, like, it felt like there was multiple Five Nights at Freddy's games in one, in a way, and I just loved it. But, yeah, that's going easy S tier for me. S is for Sister Location. Now, Five Nights at Freddy's 3. Where do I put you? I don't... I think I might have to put you in D tier. No, I can't, I'm not that mean. C tier for FNAF 3. I don't know if there'll be any in D tier, but FNAF 3, to me, is just a boring game. I think Springtrap is cool. I think that the story beats that they hit is cool. But it's just a boring game to me. They set up a bunch of things, so either it's just the most boring thing going on, or it's just way too chaotic to have fun for me. I have my issues with it, and I think Springtrap is a cool character, but he doesn't save the fact that it's one animatronic that can actually kill you, and it was a bit disappointing for me, that FNAF 3 wasn't as good as 2 or the original. It was just a step down for sure. Now, Ultimate Custom Night goes B tier for me. Ultimate Custom Night, I thought, was very fun. It was very... It just was a lot of fun. Getting to play against every single animatronic. Very, very difficult. 50-20 mode is basically impossible, in my opinion. I mean, I know people have beaten it, but goddamn, is it hard. Now, but I think that they added in nice little lore implements to have it show that is William Afton in HE double Chica arms. So I like that inclusion to it, and yeah. Now we have FNAF 4. It's going B as well. I thought it was pretty cool. It was very confusing. It introduced just a bunch of things that were just felt unnecessary at the time. I guess we get it now, but like my god, is it the most terrifying thing ever created. My god, is it scary. I cannot play FNAF 4 at all. I'll play the first night and then just be done with it because I can't. I don't have I don't have the capacity to play it anymore after playing the first night because I'm so terrified of the animatronics. They're so creepy. By far the scariest Five Nights at Freddy's game ever made. It's a great game, but just it doesn't. Yeah, it was different. It was the most different thing at the time from the original. There were no cameras. There were no. But yeah, it was really fun. Now FNAF 1 is going at A tier. I might flip things around so that like it's like my opinion on like the best one in each tier goes at the front. FNAF 1 is really close to S tier. It's like A plus tier. It's A plus tier. It's so close to S, but it's just not quite here. I'm just gonna screw around with this a bit. Yeah. And so FNAF 1 was such a good game. It was very scary. It just had a lot to it, and it started the franchise. I would put it at S, but I feel like FNAF 2 is better. FNAF 2 feels like an updated, better version of FNAF 1, and that's why FNAF 1 is in A tier rather than S tier. Now, for the most recent game in the franchise, security breach. All right. I kind of want to see what the community rank is. What's the community rank look like? Okay. Yeah. It seems like a lot of people agree that security breach is D tier. Yep. I can agree with most of this. I don't think that FNAF 3 is A tier, but yeah. But this is my tier list for the Five Nights at Freddy's games. I think Sister Location is the best. I think Sister Location is number one, and I think Security Breach is the worst. It's so buggy. It just didn't have the best story. It kind of ruined Pizzeria Simulator for me. That doesn't take away from Pizzeria Simulator. Pizzeria Simulator is one of my favorite ones. The whole like tycoon type before getting into the scary bits was so fun for me. Like me and my sister used to do it where I would build the pizzeria and then she would play the nights so that I could just do the part that I liked the most and she could do the parts that she liked the most. And yeah, but this is my Five Nights at Freddy's games tier list. It's pretty. Yeah. Just keep in mind, this is only my opinion. If you have different opinions, then, well, good for you. You have opinions. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Want a nice, simpler video for me while I'm working on the new Who Would Win book. But anyways, see you guys next time. Bye.